is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The circuit at Jeddah, spread along streets that run next to the Red Sea, is one of Formula One's highest speed tracks. It's a test of skill from start to finish, with cars just millimeters from the walls. The Jeddah street circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend.
I don't even know if you can hear me because the audio.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings.
Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
But as it's only round 2, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
So, let the weekend
begin. Is it working? Hello? Hello? What's wrong, or let me know. What's the issue? Is my volume too low, or have I gone deaf? You know what's hilarious? I've not changed any of the settings. Fuck off! I've not changed any of the settings. Hello. Can anyone please tell me why the fuck this is so fucking broken? I don't change a thing, and every fucking stream, the audio is just different. Like, what do I do? That's it. I'm actually gonna do this on stream. OBS. I'm downloading it, and I'm figuring out how OBS works tomorrow, because Streamlabs is fucking wank beyond belief. You want to see me do it? You want to see me do it? Oh, computer's crashing. Maybe while I have Streamlabs up when I shouldn't. I'll download OBS after the stream. But Jesus Christ, I can't even get Twitch to load on my fucking phone either. Oh no, it's loaded. Great. Can I find out how good my audio is? You know, this stream is just gonna be quiet, I guess, cause fucking with the settings. Just not in the mood with how wank Streamlabs is. Like, beyond belief bad. Like, you don't change a thing in your settings, and every stream it's different for no fucking reason. Like, why would it be different? Like, why? Why would it be different? I've not changed anything. Why is it different? Makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. Just, I'm filled with joy. Welcome in, Coda Go Hard. No, from Chicago. Chicago, Illinois. From CM Punk Land.
Hello there.
Michael Jordan Land, aka Lonzo Ball Land, aka, is DeMar DeRozan still at the Bulls?
Now it's time to see
anyway,
who come
thank
out
you for the
top
follow, Coda. Welcome in.
Gets underway.
You've come just at the end of my rant because my audio is questionable. Basically, every time I stream, the audio just does what it wants, and it just randomly changes whatever mood it's feeling, and it is frustrating. So if I sound quiet to you, I apologize. But I don't know what to do because I change the audio level every stream, and it just wanders off and does its own thing. Anyway, I literally don't touch the settings at all, and then start streaming randomly that the audio's quiet or some bullshit. I physically don't know what could have gone wrong.
Yeah, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
You can hear me with the audio all the way up. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's broken. Streamlabs is one of the worst apps. I'm gonna stop using it after this stream.
Some warm up in the first
It's unbelievable how bad it is. Like, why is my mic just wandering off? That doesn't make any sense. It's better now. I haven't changed anything, Nevertag. Is there some placebo effect happening? Because I didn't touch anything again, and apparently it's better now. I just don't understand. Let's see, edit filters. I have the gain up so high. Coda, do you want to buy me one? Because this PC is like revived from like 2012. I was gonna do an F1 chat stream. Afraid it was gonna blow up. Well, to be fair to this PC, I'm impressed that it works streaming. I have one. You can have our. What does that mean?
Okay, track clear. Track clear. Push this lap.
Push now. Push now. Mac. I'll just get a job and buy my own PC and voila. Where are we? Does this fix it, chat? Does this fix it? By the way, I don't think Streamlabs is on Apple products because Apple are so good. Alright, I've turned the in-game audio down. I hope that's fixed it a little bit. I need a haircut, huh? It's getting that stage where it's like almost in my eyes. But the place where I normally get my haircut, apparently there's like construction happening on that road. So I'm like, eh. I mean, overall still quiet, but I can hear you much better. Why not try something different? Different with what? Different. Shut up. Anyway, this is just how my hair grows, okay? I'm gonna get a haircut, and then it'll be short, and you'll be like, oh, he looks different. He doesn't look like it. Because last time I got a haircut in Evertag, you were like, what the hell? Is this a different streamer? But yeah, I have the mic turned up so loud that I'm so confused as to why it doesn't work. Let's turn up the mic even more. How loud is this? We have just started season 9, Coda. Alright. I may actually be able to put, like, literally to turn the gain up full. How does this sound? This should be pretty loud now. Is this okay? What do you mean you can't beat season 9? Has everyone turned their volume down to a respectable level? Or am I breaking your ears? It is fine. I'm not really getting great reception here. Like, as in, we're still alive, so we good. Please tell me what's wrong with the mic, because I need to know. One, why the fuck are you shit, and why do you keep, like, randomly just not working? And then, two, I don't need to know. I have a hard time with the car development and I'll watch a couple videos on it, but I'm still shit. There's a secret, Hoda. Basically, every single thing you develop, just put the minimum weight in the car. Like, the minimum weight for everything immediately. And yes, that means you'd have to manufacture more, but I would say worth the risk. Because your car would be quicker. Nevertag says it's good now. Okay, I'm gonna not touch the settings rest the stream. But you know what Nevertag is gonna happen? Is next stream I start, it's gonna be like so loud. It's gonna be like screaming in your ears for no reason. I just bet that's how it's gonna go, because Streamlabs works so well. It's so consistent. It makes me so happy. Fills my heart with joy. But yeah, Coda, I would honestly recommend minimum weight for everything. Straight line speed's good, so you want to upgrade your side pods and your rear wings. And underfloor can be pretty effective. I wouldn't really touch front wing and suspension. I think I got confused when you put the sliders to a certain specialties. Are you supposed to level out the sliders on the next version of that part? Nevertag, that's what I said. I'm literally, after this stream, I'm gonna switch to OBS and see how it works. And if it's better, then I'm just gonna use it. Because Streamlabs, I'm done. Can you, are you supposed to level out the sliders on the next version of that part? I don't quite understand, Coda. Coda, if you do stick around until the end of the Saudi race, I can show you this all, but I can't show you right now because we're in a race. Actually, you know what? Just for Coda chat, we're gonna save this here. We're gonna save there. And we're gonna go back to one of our old saves. Just, actually... let's pick this random one. We're in 2026. I'll just show you Coda. Because it'll take 2 seconds. It's just I couldn't do it while I was in the thing. But basically, whenever you're designing it, oh, actually the designs are locked, hilarious. That's just so helpful. Whenever you're designing a new thing, I can't even show you on this version. Well, this is 2026. What's happening here? Well, who do we have? If Leclerc and Sainz still, Leclerc's won the championship. This is the end of season 4. Is there another save here where we're actually not in session? Is this one not in session? Big rip to Carlos. It's been a while. Big rip in real life. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, this is a good example. Okay. Coda. Here we are. So, whenever you design a new part, Coda, you need to make sure that you apply the new part to your car. First of all, you can forget it. So make sure you've installed your new part on your car. But whenever you design something, you want to apply however many hours, wind tunnel hours, blah 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 blah, and then go down to here, durability, minimum lifespan, and turn this all the way down, because that will improve your car the most, is by having the minimum lifespan as low as can be. But that does mean that you need to upgrade your factory the most, because you'll be churning out parts more often. But yeah, is there anything else you need? If I make a side pod, let's say example to high speed, for example. Well, so for like, I'll just show you an example. Let's design new side pods here. Let's chuck all the hours in side pods. Yada yada yada. So, as you can see, I chuck the minimum lifespan on, and you can see the cornering's a lot better, but you can see the drag reduction is a minus because we've already been upgrading. So we're gonna chuck all these down, and we've added 0.2 kph, as well as bringing still decent cornering speed. So your side pod upgrade and your rear wing upgrade, you'd want to be working basically mostly on drag reduction. You never really want any of your car performance things in the red, I would say. But I would do underfloor, side pods, front wing, and chassis is actually an underrated design one. Chassis you can actually gain a lot on. I don't think we can on this version, because we're at the end of the season. We're in Brazil in this version. So you just go minimum lifespan. You can see loads of cornering speed. We fire that all in drag reduction. Chuck these down. And you can see there, like, everything's in the green, and I can still, like, look how much we're gaining in the high speed. That's a decent amount in the high speed, you know. So wherever your car's weak, I would say wherever your car's weak, you might want to strengthen, and also you want to be better than teams in certain areas, and usually straight line speed is the best way to go, from what I've found. You max out your CFD tunnel hours for each part. What I would do, honestly, so say you're back at the start of the season, Coda, I would do maybe 2 or 3 designs, and then you spread out the points evenly. And you, oh wow, Coda, thank you for the subscription with Prime. It's been a while since someone subscribed here. I forgot what the sound alert sounds like. Welcome in. Thank you, Coda. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. So, interesting. So you're in January 1st. You want to do 2 or 3 designs. Spread your MFD hours along rear wing, side pods, underfloor, and chassis. Those are your main 4. And then what you can also do, Coda, is, this is something I didn't know, is that you can upgrade something without any MFD hours at all. So I can literally, I've not applied any hours, and I can still upgrade this part. If I go into it, I'll just chuck off loads of minimum lifespan, and even without applying any hours, I can still get a decent upgrade here. Although at this part, maybe not, or at this point of the season, maybe not, because we are in Brazil, so we're literally like three races from the end, 4 races from the end. So at this point in the season, in this particular save, yeah, third last race, we've already did all of our upgrades. But honestly, Coda, I simplify the game a lot. A lot of people like try a lot harder than me and come out worse. I am lazy, so I just try and find the quickest, easiest ways to be successful. That's what Bill Gates says. Hire a lazy person and they'll find an easy way to do a hard job. And that is who I am. I'm a lazy person who just finds easy ways to do the job. But yeah. Now, Coda, in this save, we've just come off a dominant season, and we went for the strategy where we designed. We spread our MFD hours and everything among 3 parts, and then we also designed a part without any MFD. But the main goal was we were getting to the minimum weight as quickly as possible. And honestly, Coda, you will gain massively if you get to the minimum weight as quickly as possible. It does mean that your parts will wear far quicker. And welcome in, Sean. Yes, that's what the title is about. I've always been a Hamilton fan. Totally, yeah. Always rooted for my boy Lewis. Yeah, so big fan. Anyway, Lewis to Ferrari. There's been rumors over the decades that Lewis may go to Ferrari, and I thought Lewis winning a championship with Ferrari may cement him as the GOAT, to be honest. I'm not a problem, Coda. I'm here all week, even though I've actually been streaming considerably less than I used to, because I've been trying to fix my sleeping schedule, and it's currently 5:20 a.m. So going well. This is going to spice up the driver market. Wonder who will replace him at Mercedes. There's been rumors of Alonso. You recorded your first podcast episode about this today, about Hamilton, or about F1 Manager. Yeah, it's gonna be ropes if Mercedes randomly are quick, and Hamilton's like, "Can I go back?" You know. Yeah, Coda, what's your podcast, or what is the episode about? I'm interested. If Alonso goes to Mercedes, that'll be insane. But Hamilton, amongst other stuff. Well, Coda, you know what I'll do, Coda? Is, where are we? I'll pop you the link to my Discord in the chat here. And if you want to join that Discord and just send the podcast into the Discord, Coda, your picks were either Albon or Ocon. I would hate to see Albon because, I mean, I would hate to see Ocon. I would love to see Albon in Mercedes. I would hate to see Ocon because Ocon sucks. As well as, but it would be really funny to see Ocon and Russell crash into each other a bunch. But I think Alpine may have Ocon locked up for a little bit because he is there. They do like their French pairing, I think. Now, Sonoda's exiting the box may block us here on our first run. Merc still manage Ocon. Do they still manage Ocon? I was not aware. I thought that was done a long time ago. R in the chat says, I have done a podcast before. Yes, I have done a podcast before. Would I be open to do a podcast? Yeah, probably. Um, Alonso will be a pipe dream. Bottas I don't see happening. I feel like that ship's sailed, but you never know. If Sainz gets announced at Audi, and then Alonso's like, I'm happy at Aston, then maybe. It could be between Albon or Bottas. I really don't want to see Ocon in the Merc. Although in our F1 manager save, Ocon did go to Mercedes and was teammates with George Russell. So our F1 manager save could have predicted the future. Although we kept Sainz for a couple of seasons and then swapped him out for Verstappen. So we've missed the boat there. It seems the Alfa Romeos are relatively quick this season. Currently, Pourchaire sits on pole. Yeah, honestly, I didn't sign Hamilton in this save because I was like, this seems a bit too unrealistic if I were to do that. Yeah, Mick will be doing whack with Alpine. But Domino's, Ocon goes to Mercedes, maybe Mick to Alpine. But honestly, if I were Alpine, I'd probably get in Jack Doohan instead. Because Mick does Mercedes reserve driving, some stuff. Also signed with Alpine and WEC or WRC, I forget which one. Yeah. Yeah. It should be Doohan. Doohan is a very good driver. And Mick is very... I love Mick. I really want to see Mick one day balling out in a Ferrari. But, unfortunately, that man is very crashy. And unfortunately, I do not see him getting another seat in F1 unless Haas are desperate or some shit. I don't know. I really don't see how Mick is actually going to get a seat again. Unless he performs well at WEC and other series and stuff like that, he may get back in, but teams don't want to sign him because they're like, we're going to lose millions just via him crashing, which is going to lose us more millions because he's not scoring points. Have I considered switching teams? Yes and no. Whenever I'm planning on getting a new PC once I finally get a job to afford a PC, I will then get F1 Manager on PC and I will mod the fuck out of it, and we will do maybe a save with Audi or some shit, or Cash App RB, just to make people annoyed, or maybe just make our own like Toro Rosso or some shit. But the reason why I don't really want to pick another team on PlayStation is because if I were to do like an AlphaTauri save or an Alfa Romeo save, it would annoy me how I couldn't then become the next team. Welcome in Iran Sports. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure you've been here before, but it's been a long time. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be waiting on Joe to leave the box here before we send out Leclerc and Verstappen. I forgot what I was talking about, Coda. If you've said what I mean, I ramble on a lot and I immediately have a bad memory. So, welcome in. You're gonna have to remind me what I was talking about. Like Cyber would stay Cyber instead of Audi. Like if I would do a modded save of like Stake F1, and then when it's 2026, yeah, I could do a new save with Lewis and Leclerc. I would do a modded save with like Stake F1 for 2 seasons, and then 2026 it would become Audi. I would try and get a mod that would like change the look of all the cars to make it look like the 2026 you know, 2026 regs. And also, we're going to have to actually exit out of this one because they've immediately botched our laps. So we're gonna need do our Q3 run again. Also a mod to increase Leclerc's defense. Oh my lord, we need it. Yeah, I've must have been dropped here by Milo. Yeah, Milo rated us the other day. Russell's gone out again. Maybe we can just go out there and then randomly start pushing. Where is you? Tell you what, I'm just going to tell both their drivers to randomly push. Yeah, Nevertag and Sean are in the Discord. I ran. There's a link in my bio to the Discord if you want to join it. It just is really about when I go live, etc. And a little community.
Keep pushing.
Alright. I don't know how close we are to Joe. We're not amazingly close, but here. The invite link is being funky. Could you add me on Discord? Send an invite. Are you sure? Well, here's another invite link. I'm pretty sure there's a way. I may have pressed the wrong. There's something about the invite, but Nevertag, you're representing bad on the Arrow community. But basically, I'm running on really old equipment, Coda, and I do not know how I'm able to stream. You don't have Discord here? Well, you can download Discord on your phone if you're unaware, but I'm guessing you don't have Discord because you don't have enough space in your phone, which is a relatable issue. Leclerc's not gone green, neither has Verstappen. Ew. Never use it either. Aye, that's fair. Can you like get green here? Yeah. Both drivers gone green, but I don't think we're gonna beat Porcher. Although Porcher, I don't believe did improve with Piastri, goes P3. Leclerc gonna round the final corner here. Can Leclerc improve on P2? Can Verstappen improve on P4? Leclerc crosses the line now. Doesn't improve. Verstappen crosses the line. Doesn't improve, but Leclerc actually did improve by like 100th. Yes, Nevertag, we're now in season 9. Yeah, Nikola Tsulov getting P9 and overtaking Ocon on the final lap. But Sean, that wasn't the biggest headline. That was not the biggest headline, Sean. It was the side by side at the end. Yeah, it's Alfa Romeo or the team we're competing with. Coda, if you're there, I'm putting a clip in the Discord. Alright. Coda, if you're listening, just go to my go to the page that says TikTok and scroll up one and you'll see a TikTok that says the most insane finish you will ever see. Watch that. I recommend that. But yep, so Porcher on pole, followed by Leclerc, followed by Piastri, followed by Verstappen. The Red Bulls behind. Lawson gets to into Q3. Solov, who had a very good debut, P12. Who else? Montoya has signed with Williams. Maloney's gone to McLaren, replaced Ocon. Ocon's gone back to Mercedes in this save. He's been at Mercedes before. Mick's gone to Alpine. Cheers, Coda. Welcome into the stream, Twitch, Discord, socials, everything. Thank you for all the follows.
What else has happened? Ocon's gone back to Mercedes. Anything else happen here? Not really. Yeah, that was an insane finish. For those of you who just joined in the chat, I will send you the link to the TikTok here, just so that it's easier for you to find it. Hello? My phone is struggling. But I will copy the link here and send it into the chat. But it is the most insane finish you will ever see on F1 Manager. Hands down, there will not be a better one ever.
Continues to build here as race day begins.
Meanwhile, we're now going to have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're starting P2 and P4, which is kind of not where I wanted to be. I kind of wanted to be P1 too, because our car was so dominant in Bahrain. We won by 33 seconds in the end, or well, 32 seconds according to Nevertag. But now we are in Saudi Arabia. We're going to try and see, can we escape from the Alfa Romeos? Do we have the pace, or do Alfa Romeo have some upgrades that have closed up to us? I don't know how they're going to close 32 seconds over a race distance, but we will see here if they can pull it off.
What today has in store, shall we? We're now moments away from this.
There's the Red Bull behind on the mediums. Hopefully the Red Bull runner can hold up the drivers behind us. Let's chuck Verstappen and Leclerc here onto high overtake aggression. I'm going to turn this fan just to make sure my PlayStation doesn't overheat, because my PlayStation is... You look dusty. Meanwhile, both Ferraris now into turn one. Can Verstappen get ahead of Piastri? Piastri's gotten back through again. Yeah, have you seen... Coda, rewatch the clip. Look at the gap to the drivers behind. Meanwhile, Russell's on used softs, Zhou's on mediums. We should hopefully drop the Red Bulls here relatively quickly. But we're going to actually try and manage our ERS early on here. If we don't need to use it, we won't. But look how quick our car is, chat. Normally, we're the one that has like the gap building behind us, but we're already on the rear here. Meanwhile, Russell's getting a little too close. I do not consent, Georgie. But yes, we are absolutely cooking. You're too busy trying to find out why Verstappen's in the Ferrari. Yeah, we're season 9, Coda. A lot's happened. If you also do want to follow my YouTube, it's in my bio. Yeah, Solov qualified P12, Sean. Let's see if we can deploy to the final corner here, get the move going with Leclerc. Verstappen has kept P4, but is struggling behind Piastri. Meanwhile, Piastri really unable to catch up to the rest of the pack here. Let's see, can we just stay behind with Verstappen, with Leclerc? Yellow flag. Do not be one of our drivers. It is for Doohan. There's a big accident according to GP. It's Liam Lawson who had, I think, an error. Oh no! Oh no! Doohan and Lawson. Doohan and Lawson come together. I thought the AlphaTauri was about to get involved there as well in that incident. Yeah, and every time Nevertag makes the same joke of what's he doing. But to be fair, what is he doing? Bro, you gotta see this one TikTok of you sim racing. I also be sim racing as well. So, Coda, I'll have a look through your page after the stream. Yep, Zhou gone off on those mediums. Zhou's race is basically done because they don't know how to rejoin, so Zhou's now P18, hilariously. But now we just got to stay within the DRS. The DRS will be enabled this lap, and we're firmly there. Yeah, Coda, after the stream, I'm actually not going to be streaming that long. I'll probably only be doing this Saudi race and then be heading off. Piastri's been really struggling trying to catch. Russell's now falling back. Those used softs really starting to struggle here. Meanwhile, we are going to just pace it off into the distance because we now have the DRS firmly here. We're just going to try and lift off with the Leclerc here, just conserve some fuel. Meanwhile, with Verstappen, we're going to try and go for the move here because we could leave Piastri in the dust here very comfortably, I would say, with the DRS. Verstappen's going to get through clean round the outside. Yeah, Nevertag likes calling Guan Yu Zhou Joe. And he is Joe, to be fair. Alfa Romeo has built something out of nowhere. Yeah, they started the season pretty good, Sean. They're competitive with us in qualifying. But again, in Bahrain, they were not competitive with us at all. So I'm wondering, are they even anywhere near us? Because, yes, they're here in the first couple laps, but I reckon, honestly, I think we can actually disappear pretty quickly. You can see Verstappen's massively building the gap here already to Piastri. Piastri almost out of DRS already. Verstappen can go back on low overtake aggression. And honestly go back harvesting here. Let's even try and get our temps down here. But you can see Piastri's 1.5 behind already. You know what I mean, chat? Was in season 6 or 7 when Alphas were rivals for the first two races, yeah. But Pourchaire and Piastri have been here a couple seasons, so they still could be good. But honestly, chat, this has been one of the most dominant starts to the season. I don't think anyone's going to touch us. I feel like unless our drivers come together a bunch, I just don't feel like anyone can lay a glove on us. We're so far clear. I feel like we may get the double overtake here down the main straight. How many championships has Leclerc won by now? Leclerc has got 3. Verstappen has, but as you can see, chat, down the main straight, both the Ferraris into turn 1 gets Pourchaire. Yeah, Coda, what you missed last season is to win the championship. Leclerc rear-ended Verstappen from a mile back, and that cemented Leclerc's winning the championship.
Roger.
Are the sound alerts working yet, chat? The last stream they were not working, and I may have forgot to fix them or double check that they're working. Are they working? Yeah. Yes. But look at that, chat. 1.4 already to Pourchaire. This is ridiculous. Roger. See, Nevertag. Remember I was complaining about Streamlabs? Why last episode were they broken? And this episode I didn't touch them at all, and now they work. Why were they broken in the first place? Anyway, we're now 2 seconds ahead of the Alfa Romeos. This has by far been the most dominant we've ever been. Yeah, this is so comfortable. I want to say we can put our feet up. My feet are already up, you know. But this is by far, this season may be very easy. I'm actually going to put, never mind. Pourchaire's still there or thereabouts, but once we start to go neutral on ERS, he'll be gone. Oh, Verstappen going for the move here. Simply with DRS, no ERS involved. Are you just on normal difficulty? So, Coda, I started this save at the very start whenever the game came out. So I've no idea what difficulty this is on, to be honest. Let's go neutral for both here because Porcher is trying to push to catch here. And we're just going to escape from him if we can. We do not want Porcher catching us. Let's just eke out the margin. Porcher is still relatively there. We do kind of want to build. We could be on normal. I don't know what difficulty we're on in Evertag. We could be on easy. We could be on very easy. I've no idea. But whenever we started this save, there were no difficulties. I don't know if there's any way to check. I think you have to start your save on a specific difficulty. I don't think we can actually change. Oh, we're on standard. Here it is, chat. We're on standard. I mean, I'm going to keep it standard for this race, because I don't know what it does, but I feel like after this race, we're going to change it to hard. I didn't know you could change it in race, but you can. We will change it to hard after this race, because we do have a dominant car. We do want a bit of a challenge at the same time, you know. We taught something to each other today. Yeah, I didn't even know I could. I didn't even know, changing the difficulty was even a possibility. So I think next episode, chat, we will be switching to hard difficulty, and that will be the title of next episode as well. Is changing up to hard difficulty because we didn't know we could. Let's now actually chuck both drivers on medium overtake so that they're not really sitting back if they don't need to be. Why is Porcher here? So Piastri's 9 seconds back, but Porcher's still relatively there. Let's push here with Verstappen. So these two battling is really not allowing them to escape from Teo Porcher. Right, we're gonna do another lap here. Whoever's leading, oh my god, Dune chat is already lapped. Does this man have wing damage? Nope. Man is washed. Diddly washed. Right, 2.7 ahead. Verstappen on the inside here of Leclerc. Yet we finally have our drivers doing now. Pulls off the racing line, kind of gets in Leclerc's way, but hasn't done him too dirty. But it has allowed Verstappen to now disappear. Verstappen will get the undercut on Leclerc. Does Leclerc have enough in the tank to stay in the DRS? He just about does, which will give him a margin for the next lap. Meanwhile, Leclerc now onto the mediums he goes, as Porcher now coming in. Will Porcher's pit stop hold up Verstappen? It did not. What a pit stop. 2.0 already. Race 2. Our pit crew's amazing. You should just put me in charge of Ferrari at this point. Well, Sean, he's racing for Alpine and WEC, so it's not really too far-fetched. And Verstappen exits P2 on track. And these drivers are yet to pit. Hilarious. That is how quick our car is. Lol lol. In this save coda, season 5? It was either 4 or 5 we got Verstappen. And it's now season 9. So Verstappen is yet to win a championship with Ferrari. He's got multiple race wins. But last season he was completely outclassed by Leclerc. Leclerc dominated. Leclerc had 10 more wins. But there is some beef there because Leclerc won the championship off the back of rear-ending Verstappen and Kota. He probably would have got the championship regardless, but the fact that he sealed the championship through rear-ending his teammate is not amazing. The others may as well not even race at this point. Well, next race, Nevertag, we will change it to hard difficulty. 2 amazing pit stops. Unbelievable. We will up the difficulty for the rest of the save. We'll see what upping the difficulty does, because we have got 2 consecutive championships in a row. So we'll see if that does anything. Look after the tire. Look after the tire. Leclerc should be firmly back in the DRS soon. Leclerc's got the better percentage of mediums. Yeah, we surely got the pit stop award coming soon already. Yep, battle is about to resume over and over again. Pourchaire now 3.8 behind, but his mediums are more wounded than ours. I don't know really how that's happened. I thought, Pourchaire pit the same lap as Verstappen. And I think we're just going to head on down the road now. Leclerc can push on fuel. Verstappen can push on fuel, but Leclerc actually has more fuel to use. Meanwhile, chat, while pushing on fuel here, Leclerc's actually escaped the DRS from Verstappen, which is a very interesting element here. Leclerc firmly outpacing Verstappen. Verstappen's only got 2% worse tires here. Verstappen's now going to have to come off the fuel. But Leclerc just seems quicker than Verstappen now. Interesting. We now have a 24-second gap to Russell, but Pourchaire is actually keeping us keen. Pourchaire randomly has very good pace here, just nothing in comparison to us. But this may be a comfortable win for Leclerc. He's 1.7 to Verstappen, and he's holding the gap. Leclerc has the better tires here. Can Verstappen get back into the DRS? This may be one of the quickest races we've ever done, because it's just the status quo. There's not really much change happening. Yeah, Pourchaire's about to be best of the rest, it seems. 15 laps to go. The drivers are really maintaining order here. There's not much happening. We're just keeping our pace, as is. We're building the gap to Pourchaire, but Pourchaire's 19 seconds ahead of Russell. We just have so much pace in the bag here. Pourchaire's tires are much more worn than ours. We're going to be able to push a lot sooner. But impressively, Leclerc. Yeah, Piastri down in P6 now, battling with Tsunoda. Where's Solov? Solov's down in P15. I reckon his race is done. Doohan, Lawson, Zhou is lapped. Zhou is hilariously behind Verstappen. Gasly in the points. Gasly, who was finished last season, could have some good points for Aston on the way. I think he had 5 points last season, and if he finishes P8, he'll get 4 here just in Saudi Arabia. And this race has gone by so quick, I'm thinking we could maybe do another round, because you know, not much stress here at all. Pourchaire now 12 seconds back. Our drivers are just coasting really here. I'm from Ireland. Coda. 3 laps to go. We're going to keep pushing until we get to the penultimate corner. Leclerc now is just going to go for the fastest lap here, as well as Verstappen going for the fastest lap. Maloney could get his first points from McLaren. Yep, there's a story. Maloney firmly P8. I don't think he should lose the position. Meanwhile, Gasly still battling Ocon here. Ocon lost P9 last time out at the line to Solov. Could he again lose it here to Gasly? We will see. Your family's from Cork? Oh, that's lovely. I'm from way up north, opposite side of the country from Cork. Gasly now on the rear. Mick's actually fallen back here, yet to get his first points for Alpine. I think. Has Mick got points for Alpine? Mick has not got points for Alpine. Gasly now on the penultimate lap here. Into P9. Can he outperform Ocon? Ocon still there. Side by side they go. Who will concede the position? Mick now back inside the DRS. Still side by side through the first sector they go. Can Mick catch up to Pierre Gasly? Leclerc gets the fastest lap, followed by Verstappen stealing that fastest lap away. Verstappen did get the fastest lap in Bahrain as well. But will Leclerc get his second win of the season, which is really more important than fastest laps? Gasly now still battling for this P9. Maloney will get his first points with McLaren. Meanwhile, Ocon may get his pants pulled down again in that Mercedes. Meanwhile, Norris just keeps... Yeah, Coda, in my bio should be the YouTube link, and there's a whole playlist of all my episodes. There's a lot of episodes, so I don't know if you want to go through with that. Into the final corner, Gasly goes on the inside of Ocon. Who is the DRS here? Ocon on the rear of Gasly, and Ocon has the DRS, but will he get back past Gasly here? Already subscribed. Thank you for the Coda. I think you're my new best friend. You're just, subscribing, following, subscribing with Twitch Prime as well. Thank you for all the follows and all the socials. You're the man. Coda, did you say you did sim racing? Because I also run a racing league if you do want to join as well. It's also in my bio. If you want to join the WHF Discord, want to do some sim racing. Never tag. I promise I'm not cheating on you. Oh yeah, we won, chat. Forgot we were still racing. We won, by the way. I was too busy focused on Gasly. Might be down for that actually. Coda, welcome in to WHF if you want to join. Absolutely. It's in my bio. Join in. And we race on weekends if you do want to join. Meanwhile, Piastri a bit far back. Also, his tires are gone off. Don't think he's going to catch Tsunoda here. But Ocon, weekends at 9 p.m. GMT. And if you're American, that's like between 1 and 4. Ocon round the outside, but I think Gasly here may have the DRS. Down the main straight we go. Will Ocon have his pants pulled down yet again? Gasly does have DRS here. Who will get it? Ocon this time gets P9. He doesn't get his pants pulled down. We know Nevertag really wanted to see a Frenchman with his pants pulled down, but unfortunately Gasly could not pull it off. Coda, we're in the same time zone as the UK. So, are you Eastern Standard Time? Because I think that'll be around 4 or so, or 3. Coda says one more race, and I think we got that race done so quickly. 2 of the fastest pit stops as well. We were 2/10 quicker in the pit stops. We're so good. You're central, okay. Maybe 2 or 3? 3 p.m? Yeah. I was thinking it was 2 or 3. One more, says Nevertag as well. And I think we will do one more because we were so quick. But chat, important information here. We are now going to be switching to hard mode in this save. The first time in this save, we're switching to hard mode because I didn't realize we could switch to hard mode. But now, switching to hard mode, let's see what that does. Would you like to apply your changes? Confirm. Can I now save? Welcome in, Shaq. It's been a while. How have you been, Shaq? Lewis, signs for Ferrari, and I've always been a big Lewis fan. I've always loved Lewis. Never have rooted against him ever. Why would I root against Lewis? He's such a nice guy, and like, I loved when he was dominant for like those 19 seasons in a row. It was so fun to watch. I'm such a big fan. Anyway, see, Nevertag knows, because Lewis knows I'm about to be hired by Ferrari. And they just know, like, they know I'm the guy. They know I'm the guy, like, for this stuff. Inbox, rear wing, deadline extended. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I want to move that along? So we'd have it. I don't need to move it along. Yeah, we'd have it anyway. Yeah, let's just delay it. We would have the rear wing for Azerbaijan anyway. Please retire the car. Engine problem. We know it's only the formation lap. No, on the formation lap they would say box for ard. Box for ard. And Lewis on the radio will be like, why the fuck did you give me Xavi? Charles was supposed to have Xavi. I want Adame. By the way, chat, for all those who are new here, we have kept Ricardo Adame, who is Leclerc's whatchamacallit? No, is Sainz's race engineer. We got rid of Xavi, who's Leclerc's engineer in real life, and we've brought in GP, because GP is the race engineer of Max, who we need to sign to a new contract here. So we're going to try and see, can we sign Max to a new contract? Let's see how this goes. New contract for Max. We're also going to try and re-sign the engineers as well. Let's see. Just offer him 5 seasons, Max. Do you want to stay here forever? No. Max does not want to stay here forever. Interesting. Okay, let's try 4 seasons. We're going to offer him a bit more money as well. Just for the banter. So, happy with the money, not happy with the seasons. Okay. Let us go 3 seasons. Let us try 2 seasons and a bit more money. Let's see, does Verstappen agree? Still unhappy. I don't think he's going to re-sign with this chat. Yeah, he's uninterested now. And what contract is Leclerc on? Leclerc is on 37 million. So Verstappen turned down the same money that Leclerc is on. I do want to keep Adame and GP, so we will offer them contracts here. Let's just offer you same as. Do you just want to stay? Adame unhappy with the money and the length of the contract. Let us try 3 seasons. Lewis, it's time to retire. Adame is re-signed for 3 more seasons. What does GP want? GP is more higher paid than Adame at the moment. Will GP accept? Doesn't want the season, so let's just step it down. We're going to keep him on the same wage. Just keep it stepping down. Come on, you know you want to. Yep. 3 more seasons for GP. Good contract there. Here, Nevertag, we're good at Ferrari, so we don't need therapy. So we have kept our race engineers on, but we will need to re-sign Verstappen. Verstappen has turned down all our contracts. He doesn't want any amount of years extended, apparently. Lewis, it's pizza time. I haven't seen that one. We're going to save now. We're going to head into Australia. Now, I'm not quite sure how this is going to go because the race is on hard mode.
It's wonderful to be back.
So this may be a little bit more difficult here. But if you're new here, I do not do practice, which is just it's a great motto to live life by. You know, I don't do practice. You know, Nevertag. If we're out in Q1, I am turning it off immediately. Not happening. Oh, actually, we want the rear gearbox on because, well, of course the gearbox is in the fucking rear, you dumbass. We want the new gearbox on because then we'll be through our allocation immediately. And third race in, chat. We are already through our allocation. It only affects race pace. Well, again, Shaq, that worries me still. Because we were very good with race pace, and I don't want our race pace to be bad. I like our race pace as it is. But anyway, we're going to fire on the old gearbox. Well, the first gearbox. But as you can see, chat, for those of you who are new here, if you don't know this tip, you want to go through your allocation one by one. So you go into practice, you choose your first. Oh, we're in an ad break. Never mind. Forget it. Ad break has ruined it for all the newbies. Anyway, new gearbox. We have to find a new option if Max doesn't want to come back. I think at the moment I may just promote Ollie. Sean. I think that is what I'll do, is I'll promote Ollie Behrman. After either Leclerc or Verstappen leave, I think Ollie Behrman is going to get the seat. Verstappen's going to lead us out here. It'll be fun because there's more battles. We had a lot of battles last season. I was happy enough for that. This season I kind of want to just chill. Our car's very quick. Isn't he like 40 by now? Ollie Behrman's overall is like 87 and he's still a reserve. So funny. Meanwhile, Leclerc is 96, Verstappen is 97. But our qualifying looks pretty good here so far. But chat, if you're just joining us, for those of you all just joining the chat, we've now switched to hard mode on development and race strategy, or race, what is this? It says something, just race settings? Oh, it just says race. It just says race. That's incredibly specific. Anyway, we are still 1-2, should be comfortably through. Yeah, Tailport Chair is keeping us keen, it seems. And I think this race we're going to actually have to try. We did not have to try in Bahrain or Saudi Arabia. I will say, though, Shaq, now that you're here, we have a clip to show you that you will like. You'll definitely like and subscribe after seeing this. And give a thumbs up and give a 5-star out of 5-star. And give a 10 pizzas out of 10. after seeing this video that I'll post in the chat now. But here you go. Anyway. Yep, anyone in the chat who has Twitch Prime, if you want to subscribe a Prime, let's have a look. Oh, never mind. We can't see who's out in qualifying because the game's good. If you want to subscribe with Twitch Prime, you can. Coda came in. Subscribe with Twitch Prime because he's the absolute GOAT. But in the chat, for those of you who haven't seen, click on that link. You will see the most insane finish you've ever seen in your entire life. And it is not on an illegal website. It's not that type of finish. It is a race finish in F1 Manager, if you're wondering. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyway, is anyone going to block our laps here? Is Zhou going to get in the way? Where is Guan Yu Zhou? Yeah, I know Never Tag, you're disappointed, but, you know, get out of the way, Zhou, get out of the way, out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Okay, Zhou did not block our laps here. We've got a 20, or we've got a 17.5. I feel like that's quicker than... Q1. I feel like Verstappen's gone pretty much even with the Q1 time, whereas Leclerc's gone like over 2/10 quicker. But oh, red flag!
Red flag, Max.
What's happened? It's a Red Bull. A Red Bull has lost it.
Right, so
It's Zhou.
fourth corner.
Zhou is out of Q2 and he's binned it, and that is him out of qualifying. Shaq, do you know if hard mode means more crashes?
They've clearly got a challenge on.
No, Never Tag. We were already in the box. We did not crash. But poor Joe is having a rough start to the season, I must say. It doesn't mean it's more crashy. Well, we'll have to see if you're proved wrong or right here. Meanwhile, I feel like we're safe here. Let's just save it to be doubly sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're safe. Meanwhile, yeah, we're through. I don't really think there's anyone really improving here. Is Dune and Solov even out here? Solov now comes up to the line, improves to P13. Albon's on a slow lap, so Zhou's out. Dune, Solov, Hadjar, and Albon. Maloney through Vershaw into Q3. Gasly into Q3. The AI pushes more when entering the pits. You'll see different tyre strats now. Oh, that is exciting. On hard, the AI is more aggressive, pushes the tyres more, so more realistic pit stops where you can no longer outsmart their one stop with your two stop, because AI will also stop twice. Unfortunately, it creates more DRS trains with everyone pushing all the time. I feel like they push a lot at the start anyway. I mean, I'm kind of now afraid that they're going to push even more at the start, because the starts are a bit annoying for me at times, because I'm like, they push so hard at the start and sometimes it's difficult to stay with. Anyway, Verstappen now out here. Leclerc in behind. Can we get... I will notice it. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what's different. Our car is like unbelievable though, so I'm wondering, will our car just overshadow the difficulty change? But as we come up to the line, hopefully we can get a 17.5 here like we did in Q2. Verstappen has... Oh, they're both horrendous laps. Horrendous laps. And somehow we're quicker than everyone else. Those laps are horrendous. We're going to try and follow Russell out of the pits here with Verstappen when we get the chance. But those laps can be massively improved upon. Although everyone seems to have gone slowly for some reason. Is the track evolving backwards? It seems so, because I was expecting people to beat us with that, with our per time here. We're gonna try and follow Russell out of the box here with Verstappen. Let's see, can we follow Russell out of the box? Because we want to give Verstappen a tow as well as Leclerc to give themselves the biggest chance here of getting pole. Yeah, half a second slower than Q2, which is strange. We're just keeping an eye on that delta of Russell whenever it switches to outlap, so that we can give ourselves a tow down the main straight here. And I'm a little worried because with that current time, if everyone starts doing 17s, we by no means have a good enough time here to even be in like the top 8, you know. Welcome back, R. We have just found out that you can actually change the difficulty in a save that you've already started, so we've now changed it to the hardest difficulty on development and race, so hopefully that'll spice things up. And hopefully no one really gets in the way here of our lap. There's an Alfa Romeo who may be a little awkward here of Porcher coming in. Could it be because you don't practice that they aren't fully confident? No, because the whole grid isn't doing well. You know? If it were our drivers, that would be understandable, but it's the whole grid is underperforming. Porcher has gone P2. That's his qualifying done. Meanwhile, we'll keep an eye on these deltas here. Verstappen following along the Red Bull of Russell. Leclerc a bit further behind Verstappen. But yeah, we won in Saudi Arabia very comfortably. It wasn't as comfortable as Bahrain, but it was comfortable. Porcher. The red flag caused it, I think. What did the red flag cause, Shaq? That's the reduction in pace for everyone. Verstappen now has got a purple first sector, and it's needed because Verstappen, purple, Leclerc, green, yellow. But Verstappen much quicker because he's got a lovely tow from the Red Bull of Russell ahead. Porcher's done for the day. Leclerc, can he improve? He's gone green and yellow. Verstappen now could get pole here. Russell going to come across the line and going to give Verstappen a lovely tow down the main straight here. Russell crosses the line. Verstappen goes pole. Can Leclerc eke out the lap? Leclerc is not improved. Verstappen gets pole with a 17.8. Who else is on a lap here? Could Piastri get it around the final corner? Norris goes up to P5. Good lap. The added dynamic track evolution. Finally! We've been asking about that for months. Piastri now up to P4. The Alfa Romeo is showing that they still have good pace here. Verschoor crosses the line. Doesn't improve on position. Tsunoda crosses the line. Doesn't improve on position. Maloney's on an in-lap. But we've been asking for track evolution, Shaq, for months. Thank the baby Jesus that they've finally added it. For months we've been asking for track evolution. That is a big thing that that they were missing. We are going to do a soft medium here. I feel like Austria's always soft medium. It absolutely has not been in the game 2 months, Shaq, because we, over the last 2 months, have had times where you're just going slower on, like, there'd be times we'd be on we'd be on like 70% softs, and they'd go quicker than fresh softs in qualifying. It wouldn't make any sense. Literally, Shaq, it only feels like now that we switched to the highest difficulty that it feels like it's any different. Honestly. Yeah, Shaq, it feels like track evolution is only in hard difficulty. It feels like in standard it isn't even there. But Verstappen on pole here, followed by Leclerc. Can we get a good start here? We're starting on the softs. The Alfa Romeo behind us of Porcher on the mediums may allow us to escape here. But with the hard difficulty, will it change anything? We actually have forgotten to put our drivers on pushing, which may not have us with the best of starts here. We're going to box in Porcher here, who got a good start. But Leclerc actually has the defense of an ostrich and has lost out to the medium runner of Porcher. Meanwhile, Verstappen going to keep it ahead of Porcher. Meanwhile, can Verstappen now head on down the road and escape from the Alfa Romeo runner who's on those medium tyres? But as Shaq mentioned, it is hard mode, so maybe he can stick with. We will see as we head on through, as Leclerc now still holding on to the back of Porcher, as Verstappen now still escaping on these softs, but Porcher still is firmly there. Still is there. Sonoda's now out of the DRS, but we are pushing very hard as mentioned, chat. Now, what I'm going to try and do here, chat, is back off and try and get the double DRS to escape from Porcher if we can. Can Leclerc here send it around the outside, which will give us the run on the inside, and also give us the double dose of DRS down the main straight here. He will have it. Leclerc may escape here away from Porcher, and this could be the absolute key that we need. However, Porcher is on the reverse strategy, so could be quick doing that medium soft, but we're going to need to try and disappear here from the Alfa Romeo. Meanwhile, Tsunoda's gotten back into this battle. We are going to have to back off at some point off these soft tires. Meanwhile, we have escaped the DRS now of Porcher. Tsunoda may put Porcher under pressure. It is a dry race, Shaq. But Leclerc now firmly into P2 now and has the DRS. Going to try and still keep disappearing with... Don't think Tsunoda has the DRS here, which is going to allow us to keep disappearing up the road. And Leclerc now does not have DRS and is struggling to get back inside the DRS here. We're trying to give him every help we can here. It does look a bit gloomy, it's a bit cloudy, Shaq, but I don't think that's going to affect the race at all. That is Solov. Solov was P10, but has had some error and is now all the way down. Behind the Red Bull of Russell, or maybe Joe even, goes off into the gravel and does not know how to rejoin. So there is Solov, his race in the bin. Shaq mentioned him, and that is where it all went wrong. Shaq, you're not supposed to give them stage fright, you know that? Meanwhile, oh wow, Leclerc actually lifting everything off, has somehow gotten through on Max. Let's try and conserve now with Max if we can, and he's going for the move. Wow, the DRS is powerful here. We are trying to stay ahead of Tsunoda here, but we're trying to manage our fuel here, but Tsunoda isn't that far off, so I can see the hard effect here, the hard difficulty effect that is. And certainly I've got the drivers on low overtake aggression, but they're really not listening to that at all. They really do not care about the low overtake aggression. They are absolutely sending it. Meanwhile, Mick now off into the grass there. Yeah, Sean did say that Solov was doing good, and yeah, Solov knew his days were numbered. Meanwhile, Piastri. Well, this is Piastri. Thank God it's not Portier. Portier's in this train, which is not good. Maybe. But it's still kind of... Sometimes don't fight teammate can also cost you time. But I'm not quite sure which is actually quicker at this stage. Our drivers are swapping a lot here. Meanwhile, Piastri's now on the rear of Verstappen. It does seem hard mode is a bit more difficult here, chat. We're now leading a train of Piastri, Portier, and Sonoda. And I gotta admit, this was a lot easier one race ago in Saudi Arabia. We were long gone at this stage. Leclerc back into the lead. I feel like when Verstappen takes the lead here, we need to put Leclerc on harvest. To try and get Leclerc's battery back up again to scratch. But this is kind of looking like an esports race where the drivers are so close together and just sticking in the toe, swapping for positions when necessary. But I feel like this is all helping Portier, who's firmly in the train and will be on the sauce later on. So the hard difficulty has had an impact, and the noticeable one has made life a bit more difficult here. Kind of not hoping for this much difficulty. It's great for Portier. Yeah, he's just sticking around on the mediums. Meanwhile, we're still doing our thing. Hard mode will also make you love the hard tire. Is that sarcastic, Shaq? Is the hard tire useless in hard mode? Well, unfortunately, Leclerc now going to lose out to Piastri. And that's okay. No, the hard mode actually works.
Just keep it sensible on the tyres, Max. Recharge off.
Think we're now gonna box this lap maybe with Verstappen, and then box the next lap with Leclerc. So mediums we go. We still have a fresh set of softs available. If there is a some tracks you'll see the AI go for it too. But now into the pits we go. Verstappen's going to undercut along with Sonoda here. Meanwhile, Leclerc going to go in next lap onto the mediums. And it is a good pit stop. Not the worst in the world. And Portier's now outside the DRS, which is what we need. He still actually has it active because he did have it before the detection point. But we need now to head down the road here, box ASAP, and hopefully leave Portier in the dust because he will exit. Oh, I can see the issue already, chat. I can see the issue already is that Piastri now is holding us up. because his softs are very used at this stage. And we're just going to go in now ahead of Piastri. Piastri is going to come in, but we did get the move done before the pit stops. So as long as we have a good pit stop here, chat, we will be out ahead of Piastri. Just let's keep the mistakes to a minimum here. Good pit stop here for Leclerc. Should easily be out ahead of Piastri. Meanwhile, Verstappen now on Lawson. Gonna get through now. Has undercut the Ferrari. And Leclerc actually exits ahead of Tsunoda. Can Leclerc keep it ahead of Tsunoda is the question here. And Leclerc does keep it ahead of Tsunoda. But a good stop there for Verstappen. Meanwhile, Leclerc should be firmly in the DRS of Lawson. And if we can try and get the move done here before the next DRS zone, he could peace out, which would just make our lives a lot more easier. Leclerc sends it in, and Tsunoda holding up the McLarens and such through the next couple corners. Lawson has the DRS, which will also help our cause. We're going to go back to medium pushing for Verstappen. We still need to worry about Pourchaire wherever he is. Currently a net P1. We have seen the likes of Maloney win here before due to a safety car coming out at a really opportune time whenever he was doing the reverse strategy, so that still could happen here. Meanwhile, we're going to see Verstappen now not try and waste any time with the Williams, immediately get through here. Send it on the Williams of Montoya. And we do not want to waste any time here being stuck in the train. So we've got to clear these runners as quickly as possible here. Verstappen on the outside of Albon. Albon already going defensive. I know Leclerc... Oh, is Verstappen going to have a look around the outside of Albon? He does. Just gets much better traction. May even get the AlphaTauri here as well of Hadjar. Lovely moves from Verstappen, cutting his way through the field. This is making life a lot easier for ourselves because we're not being held up by this traffic. And we're going to do the same with Leclerc. I feel like, for some reason, hard difficulty has now mean that we can now cut our way through the field a lot easier. Because our drivers would struggle in these trains, I feel. You all think Albon's going to get that Merc seat? We'll have to see, I'm not quite sure. Verstappen now around the outside of the chicane, now going to get through on Verschoor. Verstappen is absolutely rapid. Meanwhile, Leclerc can't even pass Montoya. And Leclerc now into P10 finally. Meanwhile, Verstappen now gonna pace off into the distance in P5 now. Can fully back off those tyres, can harvest as he's already down the road here. Meanwhile, Leclerc round the outside of Hadjar into P9. May get Albon on the next straight here. Just seems Albon's overtaking just isn't as good as Verstappen's, I must say. Has the ERS still to use here, but can someone tell him to actually use it? That'd be helpful. And Leclerc now stuck in the train, which is not helping us at all. Meanwhile, Verstappen's next competitor is now 5 seconds in the road. Pourchaire's staying out a really long time. I feel like lap 30 is when he needs to be pitting. But he may stay out even longer here. We will see. Leclerc now with the DRS, still unable to get past these medium runners of Albon and co. And he is wasting so much time. Tsunoda's now joining the battle. Tsunoda's now 1.1 behind. Leclerc does need to make moves here so that these drivers can essentially be held up by the medium runners before they box, because once they box, clear air for Sonoda. Can Leclerc now finally get Versure? Round the outside he goes. Versure does send it on the Mercedes, but Leclerc unable to find a way through. Meanwhile, Verstappen's now caught the back of Maloney and Norris here. Verstappen may easily get through on them on the next train, which is 6 seconds up the road. Meanwhile, Sonoda still following along Leclerc here. Oh no, oh no. Sonoda has absolutely sent it on Leclerc, and Leclerc has absolutely had his pants pulled down. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Pourchaire still staying out, yet to box here. Verstappen easily gets into P2, and Leclerc is just shocking. Piastri's here as well. Leclerc's actually used his tyres way more than everyone else has. Verstappen now pacing off into the distance. Pourchaire's still yet to box, which is kind of insane. He kind of needs to be using the softs at some point. Let's see, can we get the traction of this corner to send it back on Sonoda here? Sonoda trying to have a look on the Haas. Meanwhile, we may go on the inside of the McLaren. What's going to happen here? McLaren round the outside. Meanwhile, we've been done by the Alfa Romeo of Piastri. What in under God is happening? Pourchaire finally in for his stop. Meanwhile, Leclerc is having an absolute howler. Maloney now. And Sonoda's now leading the train of Ocon. And Leclerc can't even get for sure. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Leclerc is so unbelievably washed. I'm waiting for him to regain his battery because he just can't get him. Get him now, please. Please. Finally sent it round the outside of the driver. Meanwhile, now is the DRS to try and catch up to the back now of Piastri, but he's actually allowed Gasly, of all people, into this battle. Can Leclerc now latch onto the DRS of Piastri? He still has not been able to do it. And he's been using so much of those mediums. He's going to have to back off now. Doing now. And Gasly, really good points here for Aston Martin at the moment, but they do have Pourchaire now on these soft tyres. He's going to be using a lot of the soft tyres to try and come through the pack. Pourchaire now round the outside of Gasly. Russell also going for the similar strategy to Pourchaire. Meanwhile, Pourchaire now is going to start to catch Leclerc, and God, Leclerc has absolutely sucked this race. Has won the first 2 races.
Yes, we have. We've had a crash. What happened there?
Norris around the outside, and Alpine goes in the rear. Well, I mean, Max is still Max, Super Max, but Leclerc has been very sucky. Leclerc just needs to hold on to the back of Pourchaire here. If he can, Pourchaire will have the DRS of the cars ahead. But if Leclerc can now just stay with the cars ahead. Let's go top up here. While the medium runners continue to battle and hold up Pourchaire, it'll help Verstappen, surely. But Leclerc now struggling a bit. Still has not regained that DRS that we would have liked. This race has been so good compared to the last. Absolute spanking, yeah. Well, it's still a spanking in Verstappen's world, but Leclerc has decided, I'm going to stop driving. You're new here, Coda. There's some races where Leclerc forgets how to defend completely. As I mentioned before, as R said in the chat, has the defense of an ostrich, and it's been looking like that. Meanwhile, Pourchaire now into P2. Can he close the gap to Verstappen? We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, Leclerc has burned through a lot of tyres in order to try and get into the battle. Meanwhile, we're going to try and get Leclerc a bit closer here, and then we're going to try and get him to conserve his tyres.
I am stupid.
On the chat says, I am stupid for Leclerc. Meanwhile, Russell's now joined this train as well. Pourchaire now trying to escape from Piastri. It's marginal at the moment here. But Leclerc still needs to keep managing those mediums, otherwise he's not really going to make it to the end here. Just needs to keep ahead of Russell and he should be okay. But Leclerc, in for his worst result of the season, has 2 consecutive wins in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, and he's not been able to reclaim that win here unless there's some absolute chaos here in the last 11 laps. But Leclerc now trying to conserve these tyres, and is not getting a lot of progress. Meanwhile, Pourchaire finally escapes from Piastri. Meanwhile, Leclerc now, we're going to tell him to get through on Piastri, because otherwise we're going to get swamped here. We need to immediately get down the road after Tsunoda, who's already got down the road after Pourchaire already. So Pourchaire, chat, has already had his softs fall off. They're now 50%. We're going to get inside the DRS here again, outside the DRS from the cars behind of Russell and Piastri. And mediums aren't in amazing shape here. Meanwhile, Leclerc just needs to keep conserving battery here, and once he's got his battery back, he can conserve on fuel. Pourchaire's starting to struggle here because his tires are going to fall below what Tsunoda's are. Their tires seem to be dropping a lot quicker than ours, so I feel like they're pushing a bit harder, and us just using the battery. Meanwhile, Russell's now joined the battle, so we're going to need to turn that ERS back on again here. And go back to conserving the tires if we can here while we're in this train. Meanwhile, we're still 9 seconds ahead with Verstappen. Verstappen's loving life. Gonna have his first win this season, potentially on the cards here. And the tyre life is almost even, chat. We're about to head now on to the third last lap. We're gonna see, can we get the rivals here to burn through their tyres a bit quicker than ours. Pourchaire now equal tyres with us. Tsunoda now battling here. Actually, our tyres are still falling behind the wayside. But I feel like out of the penultimate lap, we do need to start pushing. Can Leclerc pull it off? Verstappen now going to go on his push lap to see can Verstappen now get the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Leclerc on the penultimate lap here going to try and find a way through into P2 if he can. The podium is in his sights. Can he get it? He needs a good run here out of the final corner. Now on the rear of Tsunoda, going to deploy the battery. Does Tsunoda have any battery to defend? Tsunoda is going to keep it in behind Pourchaire as we head through now. Will Leclerc go for the move? Tsunoda goes very defensive aggressively there. Going to keep pushing up behind the McLaren here, but we're going to wait for the right opportunities to use our battery in the hopes that we've forced a use of the battery from the other drivers here. Not just yet, but out of this corner, out of the chicane. We will go back on tyres on ERS again. Can Leclerc find a way through? His tyres are now hit the cliff, but around the outside of Sonoda, will he send it? Sonoda sends it on the inside of Pourchaire. Meanwhile, Leclerc is still there looking for a way through. Can he find the way through? Leclerc with the DRS still. Doesn't get a really great exit out of the final corner. But can he get the run now on Pourchaire into turn 1? Will he get it? Will he send it on the inside now? Leclerc on the inside of Pourchaire sends it through. But can Pourchaire defend? DRS engaged. Both of them have DRS over Sonoda, but Sonoda parking his car in the middle of the road. Leclerc may send it here on Sonoda, just about doesn't. Still side by side with Pourchaire. Leclerc finally gets the move round the outside, but can he get the move down? Oh my dear lord! I'm gonna pause that for a second. Leclerc on the final lap now. Can still get P2, has the fastest lap in the bag, but can he overtake Sonoda? Sonoda's defending for his life. Leclerc now round the outside he goes. Can he get through? Sends it round the outside. Leclerc's gonna get it here. Leclerc's gonna do it for the anonymous gifter. Leclerc into P2 on the final lap. Verstappen wins 15 seconds in the lead. Leclerc now rounds the final corner. Is he going to do it? He does. But now that we've crossed the finish line, Leclerc gets the fastest lap. Thank you, dear Lord, the anonymous gifter. We've got 10 gifted subs in the chat. What the absolute hell? We've got a gifted sub for Pixelmon, Gorzy, PRS, Roro, Liam Harman, Michigan King, Romain Roger, Jamameo, AJ, Nakakraka, and Sean. It's great that Sean's got that gifted sub as well, but what the hell? 10 gifted subs. Jesus, dear Lord and Christ. Maloney gets more points from McLaren. That's about it. Other than the Ferrari 1-2, it's a third 1-2. And I think the anonymous gifter is going to get the sloppiest kiss you've ever seen. With the 10 gifted subs. Dear Lord. Unbelievable. Verstappen gets his first win of the season, followed by Leclerc. And Verstappen's middle stint really was the the key. You see a drop in the following after what sentence?
As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
What sentence did I say? Which sentence? Which one? Verstappen winning?
And that's about that for this weekend.
The sloppy kiss. Well, definitely the viewers have started to drop. The viewers are starting to head out. They're like, I don't want this. No, Mikey, no.
Mikey, that was so not right.
For God's sake. Well, this has been a great stream chat. Leclerc gets the fastest lap, but Max gets his first win of the season. Leclerc has 2 wins. Verstappen has 1 win. You joined at a great time. Absolutely are. Meanwhile, we continue to lead the fastest pit stop competition. It's really where it matters, chat. Fastest pit stop competition is what it comes down to. Next time out will be in Azerbaijan. Another one too. Yeah, we'll be in Azerbaijan. We'll have the rear wing upgrade on the way as well for Azerbaijan. Thank you, Coda, for the A+ stream. Now, chat, for all of you who did enjoy watching, all my socials are in my bio. If you did enjoy, please drop a follow. For any of the people who did get the anonymous gifted subs, if you are in here and have not followed, please do. We have now the chassis upgrade coming. Oh my god, our car. Is that chassis and... Oh, that's just... It's a side pod design. Oh, the side pod design isn't that even that great. It's a little... It's incremental gains with the side pod, which is okay. Yep. Please drop a follow. We're almost at 400. We're 2 followers away from 400. We're almost at our follow goal. And... Oh, we've got our scouting department upgrade. I'm just going to upgrade the scouting department again, because banter. We don't even use the scouts, but we have all the money lying around. But thank you all for the gifted subs, anonymous gifter. We've got our suspension upgrade coming as well. Let's get the manufacturing on that. Which is a decent enough upgrade. It does add to the minimum weight, so we're now at the minimum weight, chat. As a result of that suspension upgrade, we'll also have a rear wing upgrade coming. What driver updates are we having? If you look at Max's overall rating, you can see he's 100 in every stat apart from adaptability, overtaking, reactions, and accuracy. Leclerc is almost up there as well, has 100 control. Ollie Behrman upgrading his overtaking. But thank you all for stopping by. We're gonna now do our pit stop schedule before we head on out. I think I actually might do qualifying as well of Baku, because fun, you know. Let's just check on the fatigue that none of us goes up. Oh, I've pressed the wrong buttons. Because we'll be adding a rear wing before Baku, so I want to know that... I want to just know how quick the rear wing is, to be honest with you, chat. If the rear wing is insane, you know, I may do some inappropriate things. Anyway, moving on. We've got our pit stop schedule there. Moving swiftly onward. Is the factory need refurbished soon? It will need refurbed soon, but it's not just yet. Nothing else really needs to be refurbished. Or what? Anyway, moving on. New regulations vote? Yeah, chat. New regulations vote, yeah. What is this? What do we want? We want cooling changes, 'cause cooling doesn't matter. Weather center upgraded, chat. Yay. Sure, board, come along. We like it here. Anyway. Still no facility refurbishments. We've got our rear wing design coming in now, which I wonder how much that's going to give us. Is this rear wing design? It is going to give us 0.2 kph on the straight, which is decent. And we're now going to advance on to yeah, oh, I forgot to add that. Chat, I need to add something important. Melbourne going to be the first race of 2025. When was that announced? I missed it, or I must say I missed it. Or I missed it. I was looking at my phone. You need to do it when I'm not looking at my phone. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make it up to you. I promise I'll make it up to you never time. I promise. I'll just I don't know. I don't know. It always cracks me up. I don't know if I'll ever get sick of it. I don't know if I ever will. It may just be like a permanent thing that it's there for life. On my on my gravestone, whenever there's like futuristic gravestones that like have movies on them, it's just gonna be me risen up whoever walks past the gravestone. You know what I mean? That's just what it's gonna be. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we need to apply all the new parts to our car. So we've got a new chassis, new front wing, new rear wing for sure. We've got 2 new rear wings to put on the car, new side pods, and new suspension. So, a lot new parts here, and our car is going to be very quick. I want to look at our car analysis chat. We are the quickest by a margin. Oh, chat, look at this. Our car is very quick. Our car is very quick. Our car is super quick. Our car is the quickest. The only real thing that's noticeable is that Alfa Romeo are quicker in the lower speed, but we're far quicker on the straights than Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo are going to be absolutely washed in Baku here. Alfa Romeo, you're not even ready, son. Chat, I would have ended the stream, but I want to check out how quick we are in qualifying, and then I'll end the stream. But yes, Never Tiger, our car runs on Riz.
Well, it's not every weekend that Formula One arrives at a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
We just gotta wait a free race. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I want to see how quick the car is. That's why I'm staying around. But also, there is a thing I forgot that I need to do. Where am I gonna find this shit? That's where I'm gonna find it. Okay. Don't you worry, sweetheart. Don't you worry. So, chat, I've added something to my stream schedule, which is Fridays at 7. I do Thrill Esports commentary. And I'll try and find the link for that as well here. Where is Thrill Esports? Let's see here. Twitch stream. Copy. I'll fire this in the chat if you want to follow them. There's the link to Thrill Esports if you want to give them a follow. I'll be commentating tomorrow at 7 p.m. Coda, absolutely. Have you joined the WHF Discord, Coda? Yeah. You have, yes. Yeah, Coda, you're in my Discord as well. I'll just message you after the stream and we'll set something up, I'm sure. But anyway, where are we? Yeah, there's the Thrill Esports, that's the Twitch. I'm gonna pop this in my stream schedule before I forget. But yeah, I do WR on Thursdays. I do Thrill Esports on Friday. Never Tag, it'll be when I wake up. So tomorrow, but technically today. And then on Saturdays, I commentate WHF Tier 2. I race WHF Tier 1 Sunday. WHF Tier 2 heads to China. Tier 1 heads to Silverstone. Anyway, we're now going to sim on through practice 1. It's going to be a sprint weekend in Baku. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just do qualifying, and then next episode we're going to do the sprint race and the full race as well. But I just want to see how quick the car is, you know? Anyway, here are we. Oh yeah. I don't think we need to put any new parts in the car. I'm going to trust our old parts because the car is so fast. We're going to load in now. Verstappen's actually going to get the tow this race. No hot tub streams. Never tag. Unless you buy me a hot tub, I'll consider it. Hot tubs are quite expensive, you know. But you know, if you want to pay up, things can be arranged on my private site. Anyway, moving on. Verstappen now following Leclerc. Verstappen's going to have the tow down the main straight. Is Gasly going to get out of the way here? Get out of the way, 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 out of the way, out of the way, out of the way. Out of the way. Okay, really out of the way now, Gasly. Okay, Gasly out of the way. Good. Good to know. We are now going to set a 42 with both drivers. Only Arrows. That's such a great name for it, Coda. Couldn't have come up with a better name myself. But, you know, if I ever do that particular site, already have the name. But chat, currently we are 5/10 / 6/10 ahead of the rest of the field, waiting for any drivers to put a glove on us. Let's see what Pourchaire does. Does Pourchaire get blocked by anyone here? Okay, Pourchaire's not getting blocked by anyone here, so he'll be a key indicator. Where does Pourchaire go? Okay, he's only a 10th off Leclerc, so not that far off. But we're through Q1 comfortably. The Mercedes are on the cusp of being knocked out here, and could potentially get knocked out here. Let's see here. Ocon's through. Norris is out. Both AlphaTauris on the bottom. The Williams of Albon and the Haas of Lawson out. Meanwhile, we're going to stick on the soft tires. We're not going to twist. And then we're going to just go into the next qualifying session. Verstappen's going to get the tow again because Leclerc got the tow in Australia. Is anyone going to block our lap, which is the key? Oh, there's a couple drivers out that could block our laps. So far, no one. But Pourchaire is coming up. I've missed it. I've absolutely pressed the wrong button. Don't know if we've been blocked. We had done a 42 something. I think Leclerc's been blocked here. I'm going to put Leclerc back out on a lap here. I think Verstappen's still going quick. We're way quicker than everyone else still, hilariously. Well, Coda, make sure you've got notifications turned on because normally, well, my stream schedule is a bit all over the place as of recent because I have been trying to fix some sleeping schedule. Hasn't been working, but I can guarantee you, unless something happens to me, I will be streaming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Leclerc now going to cross the line. Goes a little bit quicker. We're now 1.1 ahead of the Red Bulls, lol. But I will be streaming F1 Manager tomorrow. I can guarantee that. Unless I lose legs or something, I don't know. But I also will be streaming the Thrill Esports event, so if you haven't followed that link in the chat, please do. We'll be commentating tomorrow for Thrill Esports, so stop by in the chat. As part of Formula 1, Austrian Albert Park would host the opening round. It's interesting to see Australia host. Same sleep issues in my life. Went carnivore and got me sorted real quick. Carnivore? Now, I like meat, but I do like pasta. Coda, I'm like, oh, and me and R are going to Italy in June. Oh my god, I love pasta and pizza. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I've already given up on the carnivore diet. I really tried, Coda. I really did try. I really did try. I do like I do like steak. It just has to be made very well. So, like, only steak made by my dad. And also, if I were to go out to a restaurant, I would just rather have something else, you know? Meanwhile, we're going to head out on our laps here. See, I really did try, Coda. I really did try. Meanwhile, can Leclerc and Verstappen get a good lap here? Verstappen's got purple. Got the lovely toe down that long Baku straight. Can we get into the 41s here? Nah. Verstappen only does a 42.2. Not good enough, chat. Steak made by the Steak F1 team. I would take that, you know? I would absolutely try that. Meanwhile, we're going to head on to now fresher softs. We're going to try and follow a Red Bull out of the pit lane to give Leclerc the best toe possible as well. Let's see. Both Red Bulls are now in. Let's keep an eye on the Red Bulls now. We're going to pause once we see a Red Bull on their out lap. And we're going to have Leclerc follow them to try and give him a perfect toe down the straight. As well as Verstappen following Leclerc out. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button. That's the button I need to press. And here's the intense waiting screen where we wait to see the Red Bull go out. Here we go. There we go. Leclerc now. Follows Russell out as we follow Leclerc out with Verstappen. Can we get a good lap here? Did Pourchaire just finish a lap? No, Pourchaire's just started a lap. Okay, we're going to follow Verstappen on board here in this lap around the Baku start. Yes, I am doing this on PS5. Whenever I get a new PC Coda, I will do it on PC. But my old PC, this PC, I don't even know how it's streaming this. Never mind playing a game as well. So, and also this old PC was like revived a couple months ago. Leclerc now is getting really close to the rear of that Red Bull already on this lap. Green first sector for Leclerc, yellow first sector for Verstappen. Leclerc here getting really close to this Red Bull. Never tag. Please do not put that into the universe. That's just bad juju I don't need. I already juju on that beat. Anyway, I'm never going to repeat that sentence again. Don't clip that. Anyway, Leclerc now still following this Red Bull along. We could have a Leclerc pole here because he's got a really good toe from the Red Bull. And through the middle sector, what does he do? It's a purple middle sector for Leclerc. Can Leclerc get the run down the straight? Verstappen is only yellow here. Meanwhile, Leclerc's going to get a lovely toe down the straight from the Red Bull. He's really close to that Red Bull now. And this could be a 41 as Leclerc now down the main straight following the Red Bull. Can he get pole here? It will be pole with a 42.1. Leclerc or Verstappen does improve, but not enough. Meanwhile, Pourchaire, the closest driver to us all season, is 4 tenths off. Meanwhile, the next driver is 7 tenths off. So, I think we're pretty good here. Anyone else on a lap? Maloney, green on his first sector, green on his second sector. Maloney, though, still has to improve by a lot here. Maloney improves to P9, and I think that's everyone here for this session. We get pole by 4/10. Verstappen, despite not having the most confident of laps, it is P2 by less than a tenth. Iwasa up to P5. Lovely lap in the Alpine. The Alpine seem to have a good straight line speed because Mick also in P8. Zian Maloney P9. Jack Doohan P10. Montoya with his best qualifying of the season, P12. Meanwhile, Norris, as you've seen in the Mercedes, down in P17. Not a great result for Mercedes. How many have gifted to do this race? Well, there was 10 gifted subs there, and also you subbed, Coda, so a lot. Meanwhile, I think that's going to be it from me tonight, chat. I'm starving, to be honest. It is now 7 a.m. Probably should go sleep. But next time out, we'll be heading off to do the sprint in Baku. Make sure you follow and have the notifications turned on so that you don't miss the... or please don't tell me you put a fucking clip of that in. Anyway, how many gifted will it take you to do this race? I don't know. If you put gifted subs in, Coda, I may have to stay here and eat my supper on stream. Coda, if you put gifted subs in, I may eat my supper on stream and we'll do the sprint. I'll let you deliberate. But oh my god, our fucking she clipped it. Coda, if you put 5 gifted in, I will eat my supper on stream and we will have to do the sprint. Meanwhile, anyway, let's pick our strategy for the sprint. I'm pretty sure it will be softs easily for both drivers.
Hello.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord, we've got 15 gifted subs. Thank you, Coda, for the 5 gifted subs. I'm gonna save this right now. And I'm gonna be back in a minute. I need to go to the toilet and also get supper. But we're gonna do the Baku sprint. Thank you, Coda, for the 5 gifted. You've been an absolute legend in the stream. I'm gonna be right back after this quick break because I need supper. The hunger's getting to me. But thank you all. If you haven't followed yet in the chat, please do. I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. Just a moment. Alright, chat. I am back. The noises were of my kitchen Evertag, of like me making my cereal. But here we are. Here's my cereal. Let's not spill the milk. That's a thumbnail right there. Anyway, we're now here with my cereal. I'm hungry, and yeah, we are going to yeah, we're going to head into now Baku. That wasn't 2 minutes. That was 3. Okay, it was 3 hours apparently. Anyway.
Expect to see plenty making the most of Baku's long, wide main straight. That's going to be their best chance to overtake and secure a strong result.
I'm eating cornflakes. You fraud.
Now's the time for the sprint here in Baku.
Right. Right, lads, let's just like sprint off in the distance and then forget about the whole Alfa Romeo's thing. Leclerc on pole here. Verstappen about to get swallowed up by the Alfa Romeo immediately. I have Rice Krispies, I do not have Cocoa Pops. There's been several purchasing errors in our house, and I have not been to the shop, so, you know. There is now 4 boxes of cereal in our cupboards that no one eats. Actually 5, because when she was over, had some Cheerios that no one's touched. But yeah, chat, this hard mode is really hard, you know. It's so hard. It's so like really tough, you know. It's like so true, Nevertag, you know. Some say I'm just built diff, you know. Some say I'm the...
You were the chosen one!
Anyway, what are we? Oh, my DRS enabled. Okay. I would be sweating now, trying to manage them meanwhile you're having cornflakes. See, whenever you upgrade your, you know, your team enough, you know. Do you want some ASMR really close to the mic? Cornflakes eating. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if we have a good enough car where these two drivers are just 1-2 every way throughout the season, you know, let's keep pushing a bit though. We don't want the Alfa Romeo to get inside our DRS. That'd be annoying. Yeah, we're losing time because you're not being quick enough. Try like being better at your job. Like, come on. Are you winning, son? Russell and Porcher seem to be the biggest threats so far this season. So as long as we keep them at bay, we're sweet. We'll go back to balance for a bit. They seem to be catching a little bit. Normally when you keep them in balance, you slowly regain fuel anyway. Porcher about staying in the DRS of Russell. I can't full screen and type without having to close the app, and no one at my house paid the damn internet. Damn. Why are you side by side in the middle sector, lads? Oh, I forgot. I used to always have to do this in Baku because they would always go side by side through the middle sector for no reason. And I'd have to always tell them, can you stop doing that, you dumbasses?
Okay, recharge up. And let's go. Okay.
Because this is the proper way to disappear, is now do this.
And save fuel. Yeah.
And then the driver behind gets to manage.
Child button off. Copy.
And then goes neutral. And then you go manage.
Copy that. Increase lift off as well, please. Yeah. Child button on. Copy. You can cancel or reduce lift off where possible. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Finally getting to watch the sprint. Man, still watching the stream. What a mad lad. What's happening with your internet, Coda? What's going on? I just realized that the camera angle is quite suspicious.
Chat button off.
Anyway, moving on. What are our tires on? Oh yeah, our tires are like way better. We got fiber wire, but I have to call them pay, and they're closed. Fiber wire?
Copy that.
Now we have fiber cables put in the house. Is that what you mean? But we don't have to call them pay. I mean, we've got the pay set up, I guess. Well, there is contracts where you can like pay as you go, which I'm sure you're on. That's what I assume you're on.
Yeah, copy.
But our drivers can now use our tires. Plus, our tires are way better than everyone else's. They were too busy squabbling. We can just use our tires now. Head on down the road. Lovely jubbly. Safety car! Safety car! Safety car! Well, as the safety car will probably be in, we're gonna actually try and burn.
Is that the Williams involved? Now we should be able to take a look here. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3.
Oh my god!
There's the contact. And that's not what they would have had in mind when they woke up this morning. And clearly they're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted to see.
Safety car. Safety car. Watch your delta. Okay. Good warm up on the brakes.
Yeah, Juan Pablo is not happy here.
Could be a lot of debris
But
on track.
safety car has now added a bit of drama to this race.
But he's out the car and okay.
The win is not fully secure here. But as you can see, chat, we are burning through our fuel, but nothing is happening. As in, the fuel is just rising and rising. But 3 laps to go. When is the safety car going to go in? Is the question. I feel like we're going to have 1 lap of racing here, chat. Yeah, Porcher has been very consistent. Could have himself a P3 here in the sprint. Oh, we've got the message, chat. We've got the fucking, what do you call it? who's his name again? Michael Massey message.
Okay, the safety car is in this.
In on the final lap. I'm gonna let it play out just like this, chat.
We are ep104 for you.
One lap here of racing Michael Massey. Michael Massey has deliberated and has thought, I've one lap. Yeah, Piastri's going to always start. Currently, Piastri will not have points. Meanwhile, it'll be Gasly. Both Alpine score here. Good for Alpine. Leclerc now goes. Verstappen in P2. Not close enough to Leclerc to go for a move into turn 1. Verstappen still trying to hunt down his teammate here under the restart. I don't know if there's going to be any moves under this restart because everyone has full batteries for one lap. Quali laps essentially here. It'll be a miracle if someone can pull off a move here, as we see Norris potentially pulling off a move. Maybe that was just a glitch with the Delta. I look over and see the pinned message is just hot tub streams question mark, which is lovely. Meanwhile, we're now 1.1 off Pourchaire, and Verstappen does not look like he's close enough to get Leclerc here, so could be another Leclerc win here in the bag, could win the sprint in Baku. This will be Alpine's first points of the season, absolutely. Gasly about to get more points for Aston Martin. Gasly's really turned around. They kept their faith in Gasly, and he is showing, I am the man to take you to the mountaintop. Meanwhile, what's happened, Mick? Mick was in the points, and now he's out of the points. I missed what happened there. Mick bottled points there, somehow. But Leclerc wins, followed by Verstappen, followed by Pourchaire. Another good result for Pourchaire. Mick somehow bottled points there when he was like P7. Gasly finishes P7, gets more points for Aston Martin.
Charles Leclerc there, our sprint winner today.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
But Leclerc wins, gets the fastest lap, although the fastest lap doesn't really matter because it is,
The excitement.
you know, fastest lap is, what do you call it? Why is my brain not braining? Fastest lap doesn't count in the sprint. That is the word I was trying to say. Anyway, yeah, there's no extra point in the sprint, only in the actual race. But chat, I think I may have to leave now. Like it's now 7:30 in the morning. But if anyone wants to, you know, if anyone wants to give us more gifted subs, maybe I can stick around. I don't know. Just saying. Also, if you have enjoyed chat, and you do want to follow, the button is there. But we will be back tomorrow, 24-hour stream. I mean, if someone wants to pay me, I will not sleep permanently. Coda, I'm happy with your 5 gifted already. That was more than enough. More than enough. I'm very happy, and also the anonymous / non-anonymous gifted with the 10, because I know exactly who it was. But thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please drop a follow. Also, all my socials are in my bio, so if you do want to follow me over there. Also, if you want to follow the Discord, it's in there for the We Have Fun F1 League Racing and my own personal Discord. Just hang out and I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, we're gonna find someone to raid here on our way out. Let us raid Milo, the one and only. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, please drop a follow. I'll be back tomorrow for some Thrill Esports commentary, and also we will be doing the race for Baku tomorrow as well. So make sure you have the notifications turned on. But I've been WHF Arrow. Thank you all for watching. We're going to raid Milo on your way out. Make sure to drop Milo a follow as well. But thank you all for watching, and goodbye.